Welcome to the Dub House here. I am Uncle Trey, your host of the show. We are back. We are live. Today is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2025. It is 6:49. We're only 5 minutes late today. Hey, guess what? We're getting better. We're getting better. Getting back on track. Let's see. Get the get my monitor down, turn down a little bit. Yes, we are here. We're live. Um, Today on this Wednesday morning, it's time to shave. It's time for try to get that razor going across his head and face. But we'll see what happens today. I have time. Just a lot of times it takes a little bit more time to go ahead and get that shave going. But we may or may I may get that happening. That may happen today. May happen on Friday. We'll see. We'll see. I don't have much to where I have to be on camera for except for this. So you guys can see me without a shave. So I'm not worried about it. Yep. All right. So I got my post all out the way and ready. Got that all set up and sent out already. So I let my chair down instead of letting it back up. I hate when I do that. Had this chair for a good little while now. Still ain't used to it. I still grabbed the wrong one. When I'm doing these, I like to sit. I don't know. I like to sit up straight, and then when I'm doing everything else, I like to lean back a little bit. It's more comfortable to sit up straight in this chair when I'm live here doing Uncle Trey Talks. But we're gonna get comfortable, just looking at stuff, and then just got caught up and looking at it, getting nosy. So the plan for Dub House Music is moving along. Let's see, there's a notification here. Oh, okay. Microphone is unmuted but has no signal, but I can hear myself. Let's see. It may be an old message. Okay, yeah, that was an old message. That was an old message there. So yeah, that was when I was starting up, and I had the what you call it going. I had the intro playing, but I turned my microphone down so the intro wouldn't get interrupted. So I never noticed there was a message right there. I would have been clicking it in the past. So they're talking about the Halloween stream overlays. I will try an overlay, but I'm not trying a. I'm not going to try no Halloween one. We don't do Halloween over here. Sometimes for the kids we might give out candy just for the kids. But that's not every year. Yeah, that's not a every year thing. Sometimes we'll do it, sometimes we won't. It just depends on what we feel that year. Today it's feeling like not doing it year. But anyway, it is what it is. Sorry, looking away and stuff like that. I'm just trying different things out here. All right, yeah, there we go. Now we got situated. I had hit a sound button. I wanted to hear what it sounded like. So yeah, so that's what they have going on. So it said my microphone was muted, but it said my microphone was muted but had no signal. But that has since been fixed, I guess, because I had the microphone down for a moment. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and continue here. All right, so yeah, so yesterday I brought to you the news that we're jumping into making music, making some AI music. So yeah, so be on the lookout for that. You're going to start seeing a little bit more, seeing me push a little bit more. I needed a few more songs that I needed to create to really fully advertise it correctly. I had a few songs that I had out there that showed the type of music that I like, but I needed to get a couple of wedding songs ready. So now I have four wedding songs complete and ready to go. So that's what I'm going to start advertising. So if you got a wedding coming up, birthday party, anything coming up like that that you need, that you would love to have a custom song for, let us know. I played some of them yesterday. That I might play some today. So we'll see what happens today. So let's go ahead and continue on with the show. Let's continue on with the show. Let's get some news. Let's see what's happening in the news today. Because there's a few things that happened overnight. I didn't look at them overnight and things like that, anything like that. But yeah, just getting up this morning, I'm seeing there was some news that happened. I'm going to go ahead and adjust my monitor a little bit. My microphone is attached to that monitor on the back side of it. So when I move the monitor My microphone moves a little bit, but I had to move it over just a tad bit so I can see the screen a little bit better. There we go. Something in the camera had my attention. It was grabbing my attention, and I was gonna keep looking at it if I didn't adjust my camera. I gotta go ahead and set my stand back up the way I had it. I just hadn't done it because I had it behind the monitors attached to my little riser, and then I had it going down and underneath it, and then back up in front of the riser, in front of the monitor, and had it like in the center of my monitor and everything like that, of my two monitors. But when we went out of town, I brought it with me, so I took it off, but I hadn't put it back the way I liked it to go. But I got it up here though. I got it up here so we can go ahead and do the show. Excuse me while I rub my eye. It's itching. It's coming out of allergy season. The bulk of it is disappearing. I'm noticing my sinuses are getting back to normal. So I haven't been sniffing nose spray like I was the last couple of weeks. I had it. This is a good one. I didn't have a major nosebleed either. Usually I get a nosebleed from the nose spray because during allergy season, but I didn't this year. All right, so let's look at see what's going on right now in the news. So, major Russian drone and missile attack across Ukraine unalived at least 6 people. Yeah, so there that's still happening. A large scale overnight barrage hit at least 8 Ukrainian cities, including a strike that unalived a mother and her 2 young daughters. The attack also targeted energy infrastructure, causing rolling blackouts. It's a shame that they're doing this to these people. Yeah, it's just a shame. I just don't even understand the reason why they're doing it, other than they're just wanting to take over. I do remember hearing Putin in one speech talking about how Russia was that was how Russia was. They were a nation that conquered and things like that, and they were getting back to their roots. So maybe that's what they're trying to do. But the world ain't gonna have that. It's gonna have to be stopped. Then you had our president trying to be friends with him, make be buddy buddy with him, and then yeah, I guess he got to see exactly what Putin is all about. So let's just go through this news brief really quick. Um, Donald Trump's attempts to deploy military in Democratic-led cities over the objection of the mayors and governors has brought a head-spinning array of court challenging and overlapping rulings. As the Supreme Court ponders whether to clear the way for the National Guard in Chicago, a federal appeals court is hearing arguments in California as Gavin Newsom challenges the deployment of troops in LA. Guard troops could also soon be on the ground in Portland, Oregon, pending legal developments there. If the cities are not asking for it, why do they have to be sent in? If they're saying don't send them, just don't send them. That's just the simple answer to that. We wouldn't be going through all of this. He's trying to force himself on the people because we see what he's trying to do, and it's just as the other Republicans that's in his situation. They're the ones that are pushing this, and you can tell that this is all about a power grab, because even if you take a look at Memphis and some of those red states that are asking for the guard to come in. They're telling them no, they're not letting them come in those cities. So that's telling you what's going on. That even the Republican governors don't all know what's happening, because they're asking for the troops to come in. They're thinking that it's all legit, but they're saying but you see they haven't been deployed in Memphis. They haven't been deployed in Louisiana, where they've been asking for it, because it's all a power grab. He wants to come in and take over. He wants to come in and prove, hey, I'm stronger than you, and I'm going to come over and trample over state rights and state laws and stuff. They talk about giving it to the states, but yet they won't they let the states have this issue though. But anyway, let's keep on going. Trying to send them in Portland. The legal efforts to block or deploy the National Guard in various cities. A federal judge already blocked the deployment of the National Guard troops to the Chicago area for 2 weeks. On Wednesday, she'll hold a hearing to consider whether to extend that order. But anything she does could be moot if the Supreme Court rules in the meantime. So yeah, they did ask. I did hear. I didn't see it in here yet, but I did see that they asked for the National Guard for the Supreme Court rather to take up the issue to decide whether the National Guard should be able to come. I hope that the Supreme Court has rules with integrity on this one and says no. If the cities are not asking for it, why force them here? That's the thing of it is. I don't feel safe with this. You know, he talking about those cities are safe. I don't feel. I feel safer with the gangsters and stuff running around. Why? Because at least I know who to look out for. I know that they're going to do. The gangsters are going to be gangsters, but the police and all this stuff, you don't know what they're going to do. You don't know if you're going to be able to ask them for help or if they're going to take that moment to try to unalive you. So, yeah, I just don't trust them. I don't trust them. I don't trust them. So, but we're going to keep going. So, like I said, a major Russian drone and missile strike happened in Ukraine, unaliving at least 6 people. So yeah, that continues going on. It was even a mother and her 6 month and 12-year-old daughters that where they were say a house where they were staying. That's just sad. I just feel so bad for them. It's like they're being hunted down. At least 18 people were injured in Kyiv alone. Yeah, so they're not going to stop. You know, Trump thinks he can stop all these wars and stuff like that. What makes you think Putin's going to stop his attacks? What makes you think that he's really not going to continue on what he's been doing? Because that's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to conquer. He wants to take over. That's what they want to do. They're going to expand. You're not going to be able to stop a leader like that wants to expand. And that's why I'm saying we got to stop Trump now before he gets too much power. And he's going to start doing that. He's already buddying up with Venezuela. Not Venezuela, but what's the name of that country? Argentina. He's already buddying with Argentina, and what I'm hearing and what I'm learning is that well, some things that I just didn't really take note of in the past, learning history and things like that. And I'm going to look up some more of it and then come out with it. But after WW2, back in the 1940s, a lot of the exile Yahtzees, or the what starts with the N. I'm not going to say the word. I'm trying to use TikTok friendly language simply because I want to start going back live there on TikTok. But anyway, if they've all of the Yahtzees, they fled and they got took up asylum in Argentina. So now you have Trump bailing them out with 20-40 million dollars, bailing Argentina out with 20-40 million dollars, right? So guess what? All this stuff that Trump is doing now, he's getting caught up. He's getting in trouble. So guess what's going to happen now? He's going once they push him out of office, he's not going to be able to stay here because he's going to be start getting tried. So I think he's going to flee to over to Argentina after all of this is over with, and they start looking for him because Argentina is not going to deport him. This was the angle that I heard yesterday, and I thought, yeah, it sounds very, 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 very likely. I started looking up a couple of things, and yes, I saw part of it, but I got to do further research before before I really say that that's what I think is going to happen. But I have a feeling that that's what's going to happen. But I'll go ahead and look further into it and get to it further, get to the bottom of it a little bit closer. But anyway, we're going to keep on moving through. So the Israeli identified 2 more hostages' bodies that as Vance meets Netanyahu. Yeah, this is all. I don't know. I'm not even going to dwell on that one because it just feel like it's just a clown and pony show with all of that. So we're going to come back to our major thing here because it's a lot to digest here. Just simply because that page had a lot into it. That it feels like I'm going off track from where I wanted to go. But we're going to keep on pushing forward here. So Trump's nominee for federal watchdog agency withdraws amid offensive text revelations. So yeah, let's take a look at this one. This was likely in that document, so I'm thinking it's going to be the same document. No, this looks a little different. Let's see. Oh no, this is the same document. Looks like it may be updated though. Let's see. Click on this one. All right, so yeah, let's go back about the troops trying to come in. Oh, here we go. Here we go. President Donald Trump's pick to lead a federal watchdog agency has withdrawn from consideration after his offensive text messages were made public and GOP senators revolted. So yeah, so this is the type of people he's picking. He's picking these racist people that's coming in, and this is their views of things. They got all these. If it was all on the up and up, why are you resigning? You're resigning because you were wrong. You're resigning because you were wrong. You're resigning because you were on that bull crap. And since you were on that bull crap, uh, you feel like, okay, well, I have to resign because I don't want people to know who I really am. And so that's what he's doing. He's resigning because he's scared. And I think that's the vote of who Trump is picking to be in there. Because this is the Republican Party. Those are the people he respects because they share the same views as him. And Trump is really he's the first president to really try to we felt like other presidents may have been a little racist and may have been a little against people other than the white people. But we're seeing Trump is truly that. Trump is really truly that. He's really pushing it, and there's a lot of people that actually agree with him on that it should be like that. So that's why he has such a big following. But there's much more people in this country that don't agree with that. They got lucky. I'm sorry. I'm gonna say it here, man. This is my opinion. I think that Elon cooked hacked the system, hacked the voting system. And that's how Trump got in. I don't think we're supposed to be under Donald Trump. I think that we're supposed to be under Kamala Harris. It should be the president, and if she was the president, I think things would be a lot better. I'm sorry, we wouldn't be suffering with these tariffs and this big ugly bill passed to make the rich richer and to take away from the poor. We wouldn't be going through this, but people thought that Trump was going to be the best thing since sliced bread to be able to bring in his will and run the muck on this country. So that's just all it is to me. That's my opinion. But yeah, so let's see, where was I at? Paul Insignia and Gracia, who was nominated to lead the Office of Special Counsel, has been scheduled to have his confirmation hearing this week on Monday. However, Politico reported that on a text chat show, him saying that Dr. Martin Luther King holiday should be tossed into the seventh circle of hell. And Gracia also described himself in the chat as having a Nazi streak at times. After the text came to light, several Republican senators said they would not support his nomination, and they included some of the most stalwart Trump allies in the Senate. So yeah, so hopefully these people really are standing up and are really going to not let Trump's agenda, let Trump's racist agenda really take root, because that's all part of Project 2025 that they're trying to push in. I haven't read the thing from front to beginning, but I've read enough of it to understand that that is a thing to get rid of non-whites. So basically, supporting that whole replacement theory. I'm not going to go into details about that, but you've heard of it. I know you've heard of it before that they think they're being replaced. You're not. You're not being replaced. Nobody wants to replace you. Everybody, the whole world just wants a fair shake instead of, oh, you can't have this position unless your skin looks like this. That's not cool. But that's the way this country was ran for so long, and that's what they wanted to go back to. So that's what we got to fight. Anyway, so Warner Brothers. Let's see. Okay. Oh, here we go. It's a whole nother story. It's not really clear. This one is not really clear of when a news story starts. So Warner Brothers Discovery confirms it has received buyout interest and is considering its options. Um, Warner Brothers Discovery, home of HBO, CNN, and DC Studios, has signaled that it may be open to selling all or parts of its business just months after announcing plans to split into two companies. In an announcement Tuesday, the entertainment and media giant said it had initiated a review of strategic alternatives in light of unsolicited interest it had received from multiple parties for both the entire company and Warner Brothers specifically. Warner Brothers Discovery did not specify who their interest was coming from, but the review revised after reports of a potential bidding war. Shares of Warner Brothers Discovery jumped nearly 10% on Tuesday. So go ahead and grab that stock if you want to, because this looks like it's going to go up. So I'm not going to keep going. But one of the places that I heard was looking at them was Netflix. So we'll see how that happens. It just really feels like there's a lot of right wing people far from from these right wing new lunatics that are buying up these news sites because they want to control. They want to try to control the news and what goes out. So they want to make sure that only right wing news and is what's put out. It just feels like Democrats is bad, bad, bad Democrats. So get rid of all Democrats is how they push it. Okay, so I don't know, but that may not be what they're doing, but it feels like it. Certainly does feel like it to me. But who am I? I'm just Uncle Trey. All right, now let's see here. The Associated Press investigation anti-science bills hit state houses, stripping away public health protections built over a century. I don't understand why they want to do this. More than 420 bills across the United States this year seek to weaken protections around vaccines, fluoride in water, raw milk sales, and things like that. They want to bring all this stuff that people are saying is good for you, but science is saying it's not good for you. So when they bring this stuff in, raw milk, and people start getting sick, what's going to happen? I don't want to drink no doggone raw milk. Bump that. Y'all drink that mess all you want to and get sick. And I'm alive. Yeah, you're talking about it's better for you. I don't even drink cow's milk like that. The most I might do with it is cook with it because that's just what a lot of the recipes call for. And you try to use alternatives and it just doesn't come out right. I tried to use almond milk in something I was cooking, and oh my god, it was horrible. It was horrible. It was horrible. So yeah, I don't even like cooking with lactate. The lactose free milk. I don't even like cooking with that. Yuck. Oh, I cooked some macaroni and cheese with that one time and it just tasted like I used water instead of milk. Oh, it was horrible. So now just whole regular milk, whole or 2%. I usually use 2% too. I like 1%, but yeah, nobody likes that here in the house. So I go ahead and compromise, get 2%. But anyway, I used to use skim milk, honestly. But I went back up to 2%. But anyway, so make the investigation links much of the push of coordinated agenda, the so-called Maha Make America Healthy Again movement. Implications of this public health risk rise when foundational practices are challenges. So yeah, just yeah, there's a lot going on. So yeah, we're gonna keep on pushing through. Uh, Associated Press. There, yeah. So there's more things coming from the state houses. I'm not gonna go deep into it. But we're gonna just jump right into some of the local news and things like that. So we're 20 minutes into the show, and I'm still stuck on national headline. So we should be done with that already. So like I said, Trump again agrees to extend the block on the National Guard deployment in Illinois. They agreed to the restraining order by 30 days, while the Supreme Court weighs in on the deployment of the National Guard troops. We're not going to go further. We've talked about that already. Cancer fighting teens, father arrested by agents in Niles. So a 16-year-old girl battling cancer spoke out after her father was reportedly taken into custody by immigration officers at the Niles Home Depot parking lot. So yeah, so this is showing that hey, yeah, this stuff that the Trump administration is doing is negatively affecting people, and yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. I just can't see how this is godly or godlike or even Christ-like. So I can't see how he feels like he's going to get be rewarded for this in this life or the next life. He wants that peace prize, but he's doing this to people. But yes, so how's this peaceful? So Chicago's aldermen, they're skeptical about Mayor Johnson's budget as meetings began. Yeah, then this is the part. I wasn't a big fan of Brandon Johnson just because of a lot of his ideas that he had on the city finances and things like that. But he has shown me a lot of grit and a lot of respect by the way he stood up for the Trump administration. But somebody's got to get in and help him do this budget, um, because he's struggling. So I don't know. He's helping with that budget. He needs a little assistance. Standing up to Trump, yeah, I love the way he's standing up to Trump. You just can't lay down and roll over for someone who's bullying you and that you feel like is going to do something that's bad for your city. I don't care if they are a higher official. Some people feel like okay, since Trump is the president, he should be allowed to do a lot of this stuff. No, he shouldn't. I'm sorry, he should not be. But we're gonna keep on going. Let's get into some hoops action, some sports action. Let's go download it. I know I have some here, but I just want to make sure I stay consistent on everything. Okay, so last night the NBA, they had their season opener. There was some pretty good games on the docket last night. They had two games on the docket, and we're gonna pop over to okay, we're gonna pop over to this right here because it's gonna be a little bit easier. This was only two games, and I don't feel like digging through that news story to figure out what happened. So we had the Rockets and the Thunder last night, and then the Warriors and the Lakers. So the Rockets fell to the Thunder by 1 point, 125 to 124. That was a pretty good game. I did watch the ending of that one. I was watching the beginning, but then my other shows came on. I had to watch that, and then I was in my advanced Canva class. So I missed a lot of that game because I was in class, and that was a doozy last night. But I got it done, but it was a doozy. That was a hard one last night. So, but then the Warriors they defeated the Los Angeles Lakers 119 to 109. Let's get into a little bit more of the games here. We're not going to be going deep into every game this season, but we are going to do it today since it was two games. So yeah, it looks like it was a couple players had some pretty good games. So for the Houston Rockets box score, we're gonna look at who led them. So Alfred Singun looks like he had. Okay, sorry, my tablet started hearing me and thought I was talking to it, so started. I didn't want it to be recording everything I was saying, but let's keep going. Alfred Sengun, he had for 49 minutes, he had 11 rebounds, 7 assists, and 39 points, almost a triple double for the Rockets. So he's coming in playing pretty well. Jabari Smith Jr. He played 42 minutes and had 5 rebounds, no assists, and 16 points. Steven Adams, 36 minutes, 13 rebounds, and 3 assists, 4 points. Kevin Durant, 47 minutes, 9 rebounds, 3 assists, and 23 points. Amin Thomas had 39 minutes and scored 18 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds. Tari Eason, 3 points off 22 minutes. Clint Capella, 8 minutes and 4 points. He's really fell off. His name used to be big and starting and getting a lot of playing time. 8 minutes. Is he injured or something? But anyway, Reed Shepard had 28 minutes and 9 points, and Josh Okogie had 20 minutes and 8 points. So yeah, I'm really shocked to see Clint Capella down, way down. So I just got to look up because I can remember Clint Capella. That was a name that you wanted to have on your team for a while there. So like I said, I kind of fell off, but I'm trying to get back into it, get back going. So Lou Dort, who plays for the Thunder, he had 6 points on 45 minutes. Chet Holmgren had 28 points on 38 minutes. So yeah, his name has been coming up pretty good. I did fantasy basketball. I might jump on it today. I know I'm a little late. I'm gonna jump on and try to join my league today. Um, Join a league today. I just forget about it. Just like hopefully I remember throughout the season because that's what happened last year. I started a basketball league into a fantasy league, but then I ended up forgetting about it. Didn't have time to keep up with it. But yeah, he was a name on it that I saw. I was like, him, and then all of a sudden, boom, he was coming out balling. I was like, okay, I'm glad I had him. Isaiah Hartstein had 6 points. Shai Gilgis Alexander had 35 points. Cason Wallace had 14. Jalen Williams 2. Aaron Wiggins 10. AJ Mitchell 16. Alex Caruso with 8. And then Brooks and Chris Youngblood they didn't score. Youngblood didn't even get in the game. Looks like. But anyway, so yeah, that was game one last night. The Houston Rockets versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. 125 to 124 over the Oklahoma City Thunder over the Rockets. That was like I said, that was a pretty good game last night. Like I said, missed a big chunk in the middle of it, but I did see parts. I did see the ending. The Lakers and the Warriors. I was trying to watch this one, but I got so sleepy. I ended up going to bed. I don't even know what happened in this game. I woke up and didn't know the score until I went to and pulled this up. So the Los Angeles Lakers fell to the Golden State Warriors, which is good. I'm happy about that. I don't like the Lakers at all, especially with LeBron James on there. And even if he wasn't on the team, I still wasn't a big fan of theirs. I liked them when the Magic was there, and I liked them when Shaq and Kobe was there. But after that, once they left, I haven't been a big fan. I do miss the days of Shaq, Kobe, and Derek Fisher running the show, though. But Jimmy Butler had 31 points. Jonathan Kuminga 17. Draymond Green had 8 points. I'm not gonna go as deep into the stats like I did for the last game. Steph Curry had 23 points. I'm not even going to say this. Podzimski, he had 7. A couple players that didn't score. Will Richards had 5. Buddy Hill had 17. Gary Payton Jr. had 6. And Al Horford had 5. So this seemed like it was a pretty decent game for the Warriors and the Lakers. Hachimura had 9. Austin Reeves 26. DeAndre Ayton had 10. Doncic had 43. Um, looks like he had the highest score last night out of both games. He was the leading scorer of the night. Gabe Vincent with 3, Vanderbilt 0, Ravia with 5, Marcus Smart with 9, and Jackson Hayes with 4. It looks like LeBron didn't play. Excuse me. So yeah, so it looks like LeBron didn't play. So I would like to see how the old man is hanging in there. It's just weird to see someone that long playing that long. So that's enough of the NBA. Let's go into see if we can see anything for any predictions or anything for week 8 for the NFL. Let me. I have idea of what I would like to do, but let's see. Okay, so they're saying that. Let's see what they're saying. The odds are game odds. They're saying +3 for Minnesota, -3 for the Chargers. So the pick is Chargers 28 and the Vikings 23. Whoa, I didn't see that one coming. Looking at the odds and everything, I guess I don't know how to read the bet odds. So they're saying that the Chargers are going to beat the Vikings. I would flip that around, and I would say that the Vikings are going to beat. The Vikings are going to beat the Chargers. That's my opinion. The Vikings are going to beat the Chargers. I think they have the Bills over the Panthers. I agree with that one. The Bills are going to take out the Panthers, I believe. Okay, we have the same record. Buffalo and Chicago. We have the same record. It's 4-2. We're both 4-2. All right, so the Bears and the the Bears and the Ravens. So they have the Ravens going over the Bears, 27-21. I think that the Bears will. I think the Bears are going to surprise everybody and go 5-2. I think I take the Bears over the Ravens right there. So the Cleveland Browns over the Patriots versus at the Patriots. They're saying the Patriots are going to go over the Browns, and I gotta agree with that one. All the Dolphins at the Falcons. They got the Falcons over the Dolphins. I don't know much about either team, but just from my feel on it, I say the Falcons go over the Dolphins. The Falcons going to win that one. I agree with what they're saying. The Giants at the Eagles. They're saying the Eagles over the Giants. I agree with that one. The Jets at the Bengals this week. They're saying the Bengals over the Jets. I agree with that one. The Niners over the Texans. They have the Texans going over the Niners. I'm going to go ahead and agree with that one. I don't know much about those teams, but from what I'm hearing and stuff like that, I think that the Houston Texans will come back and they will surprise a team and defeat the 5-2 Niners. Okay, the Buccaneers at the Saints, the New Orleans Saints. I think they're going to have I was going to say the Buccaneers over the Saints. Yeah, for sure. I agree with that one. Okay, the Dallas Cowboys at the Denver Broncos. The Cowboys over the Broncos. I don't know about that one. I think the Broncos are going to take that one. Okay, so let's see. The Titans at the Colts. The Colts 33, Titans 13. I agree with it. I don't know about the score, but I do think the Colts will take out the Titans. Easily. The Packers over the Steelers. I'm rooting for the Steelers. Uh, I'm rooting for the Steelers. I don't agree with this. I think the Steelers will take out the Green Bay Fudge Packers. But anyway, let's keep moving. The Commanders at the Chiefs. Every time I see the Commanders now, I think of how Trump wanted to force them to change their name back to the Redskins. I'm glad they held their ground and said no. But they're saying the Chiefs over the Commanders. I think I'll agree with that one. I think the Chiefs would blow them out. Actually, I think that's not even close to what the score would be. It may be worse than that. It may be. 37-7, 37-3, something like that. And that's the preview for the NFL. I know I went through that quickly, but I'm not a huge NFL fan, so I don't know a lot that happens there in the NFL. So, all right, so let's see. Some wrestling news. Killer Cross Blast WWE says this was one big work. I'm not going to go into the different stories. Becky Lynch shares personal update after WWE Raw. We're not going to go. If you want to know, you can go to eWrestling News to find that out. Just look for any breaking news, anything crazy, because I'm just trying to get off my house. We're going to have to cut the show short. And Trey is not really feeling too well at the moment. So I got to go take care of some business with that. All right. So report WWE denied Mo's plea for $30,000 life-saving surgery before his death. I don't know why they just didn't help give him the surgery. They should have just did that. You know, I never understood why a sports league like that, where especially like WWE, wrestling leagues, where they historically did not offer insurance or any ways of supporting their ex stars. I don't understand why they just won't take care of them and do the right thing. Anyway, rest in peace to Sermo. All right, so NXT was on last night. Like I said, I got to watch that again because I missed the vast majority of it because I was in my advanced Canva class, and that one was very crucial, and I could not pay attention to NXT at all. It was on the TV, but my focus was in this computer because I had to get that assignment done. That was a doozy. Got it done though. Looks like from my posting, it looks like I was going to check my social media last night but I got so sleepy I just went to bed and didn't check anything. I'm not going to look at the results because I want to look at the show later on when I have time to watch it. Braun Strowman continues to take shots at Paul Heyman. Indy Hartwell reunites with her ex. I'm not going to go into details on that. I don't really get into the personal stories. Maybe talking to Auntie Bo or something like this. I'm not going to really go and jump on and start talking about these wrestlers' personal lives and stuff like that. I just don't like that. But anyway, let's keep on pushing. Let's see. Let's go back to our Gemini. So the Blackhawks edge the Ducks on overtime and Quinville's return to Chicago. Uh, Russell Wilson calls the Broncos coach Peyton classless after a subtle jab. Yeah, I would see that. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship has been vacated. Rumors fly on Seth Rollins' future. The WWE World Heavyweight Championship is vacant at this moment. So they did hold a tournament to see who would face CM Punk at Saturday night's main event for the title. All right, so yeah, I'm not going to go into further news. There's no major news from AEW or TNA. Let's see, not much else here. Yeah, so see anything in the local Chicago news that I may have missed. Uh, oh wow, a suburban school released a statement after a junior high school student was struck and unalive while riding a bicycle. You haven't heard that happens, but we haven't heard about that in a long time. I'm not going to open it all the way up. So there's Halloween display in Chicago suburb with an iconic movie theme that goes gone viral. We're not going to open that and look forward. Driver has been arrested after ramming a car into Secret Service property near White House. Yeah, I understand you protest things like that, but you still can't do that. You still can't do nothing like that. They're gonna get you each and every time. But anyway, that's enough about that. Yes, that's enough from that over there. Right here right now. There was something I was going to bring up, but now Uncle Trey is drawing a blank. Oh yeah, found it. Uh-huh. That's not the way I wanted to do it though. Let's see. I wanted to come here and do it this way. I wanted to do this a little bit different. I wanted to do this a little bit different. Show you something I've been working on. Um, I'll go ahead and show it here. Give a quick preview. No one's really here anyway right now, so if you watch this on the recording, you'll get to see this. But let me get to it first. I'm talking about it. I got to get to it. Gotta get to it. You know, everybody who knows me, everyone who knows me knows that I'm a huge basketball fan. Huge, mainly Chicago Bulls basketball. Right. Chicago. All right, all right, 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 right. All right. So it started playing. It automatically plays when you open it up. So I didn't want to. Didn't want it to automatically play. I didn't want you to hear it, so you might have heard a clip of it for a second. But I was able to get the volume turned down before you could hear it. So let's turn. Oh, I forgot to turn my big speaker off last night. So that's been on and battery dying. So I got to put that on the charger now. Let's see. Let's go ahead and I want you to see this. The Dub House. Listen to this from the Dub.
Chicago Bulls basketball is on the air.
I was just so excited about that. As you can see, I'm getting better with it. I'm getting better with everything. So let's run it back one more time.
Chicago Bulls basketball is on the air.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I'm just so happy. I'm getting Uncle Trey and Auntie Woe out on the basketball court. And as you can see, the game was actually moving in the background and everything. That's what made it fun. You can hear the crowd going. I really enjoyed doing this and making this up. It wasn't that hard to make, but the original one I did, it was a longer, a wider picture, so it had Uncle Trey off the screen, and it had somebody else pop in. Let's see, I think I may still have that one up and open in my program. Yes, I do still have it. The program open, and let's see, where is my switch to where oh, here it is. View generated videos. So this was the original one. I'll play it.
Chicago Bulls basketball is on the air.
I liked how though this one I liked how they had the extra. I don't know who this extra person is, but it had the extra person come in. With it, I liked how he came in, but it pushed Uncle Trey out of the scene. And then the way Auntie Woe looked at him at the end, I was like, nah, I don't like this one. So I was like, nah, I can't have that. I can't have I can't have Auntie Woe looking at this dude the way she's looking at him. It's just like, I can't do that.
Chicago Bulls basketball is on the air.
See, no, I couldn't have that. Why I couldn't have that. I couldn't accept that. So that one's gonna stay in the scrap heap here. But you know, this is where I've been creating
What do you call a cow with no legs?
I don't know. What?
Ground beef.
So I got several of them out here now, ready to go.
Why do bees have sticky hair?
I don't know why.
Because they use honeycombs.
So yeah, I can't wait to get some of these out. I was doing them every day, but I went ahead and created some so that I have a arsenal. So that way, when I'm creating them, when I go back and start creating them, I can do so. But yeah, so this is the original picture that I had. So of the basketball court that you see us standing in, it was just too wide. We were over, it had us off in the corner over here. So what I did is I just cropped it and brought it down a little bit. Now it's not pushing us off and feeling the need to pull in another person and come in and say different things. So I think it's worked out well. I love how how that particular one came out. But I am working on a series right now using Uncle Trey and Auntie Woe. It's going to start off about 60 to 160 seconds. I'm going to try use it. Let's see. Here it is. Trying to use this Google AI Studios along with Google Vids. So yeah, these are some things that are going to help me start bringing and pulling together. Hopefully, they can start bringing and help me bring together, pull together the series of Uncle Trey and Auntie Woe. I want to bring in, I want to start introducing the other characters, but I need to get a better picture of my oldest son because the ones we have are really old of him, and I don't want to have an old picture. Everyone else has a pretty modern picture, but then my oldest son has an older picture. So I gotta wait till he comes over to snap that picture really quick. But other than that, but we're going. We got some things going. Like I said, Dub House Music. That is set and starting to go big. Just really liking what we got, what we have going. So let's come back. Here's seeing behind the scenes a little bit. Um, I was kind of like thrown off about showing this, but decided why not because if you're on here and on this live, you're only going to see it for a quick moment. So you can be privileged a little bit to get to see it. If you're here and watching with me or watching the recording at this part, you'll just get you're lucky enough to get the behind the scenes. So um, here is the avatar that we created for RJ.
Hey everybody, what's up?
That's all I could really get him to say because most of the generation, the AI generating equipment wouldn't do it because
Hey everybody, what's up?
it's a child it was looking at him as okay, you're putting a child on here, but it's an AI character child. So it kept saying it was going against. So I just have to get past that a little bit. Then this is one of my daughter Deanna. I wait for it to load. It's download from the file.
Welcome to the Dub House. We're glad you're here. Have a seat and enjoy the show.
See, we got our characters, and you already, of course, you already know Uncle Trey and Auntie Woe. So we just need one more. We just need Trey Sean. If I can't get him to join in and get one, I will just have to use an older character, an older image, and use that as a character for him. So yeah, that's what we're doing here at the Dub House. Just a couple of things that we're pushing. So be on the lookout and look for more advertisements and stuff like that to come out, more commercials that I am going to do. That's going to be advertising the things that we do here at the Dub House, especially the Dub House music creation. We're going to be pushing that. So if you have a need for any music that you don't want mainstream, or you need some music to use for your business on your website or something like that, and you don't want to run into copyright issues, go ahead and let us know. Once you buy the song from us, it's yours. You can take that song and you can do whatever. You can copyright it. You can do whatever. You can take that song and you can release it. You can release it to the public. You can release it, and even if it hits the airways and makes you a lot of money, guess what? You had to come up that you only paid a small amount of money for this particular song. Um, Now, once that happens a couple of times, of course, the prices will change. But for right now, we're going to keep it 100. So anything that you make with the music, or any songs that you purchase from me, rather, it's going to be yours 100%. You'll be able to do 100 anything you want to do with it. You'll have full copyright rights over it, and the song is basically yours once you purchase it. You can even put it down that you wrote it, produced it, and everything. So it's on you to have to keep that image going, but you can do whatever you want with it once you purchase it. So it is completely yours at that point. But also with the Dub House photo restoration, let's see if I can find something that I've done with it. I know I did it, but I don't know where I put it. Oh, I know where I put it. I know where I put it. It's what happens when when you're not normally organized, but then you start organizing yourself. You forget that you organize something, and you forget that you organize something. Um, okay. Let's see here. Let's show you what we done here at the Dub House. All right, so we're gonna flip over here to the second screen. So this is the original picture. This was my grandfather. From the looks of the picture and everything, looks like he was in his 20s, maybe 30s. I'm thinking in his 20s. I'm thinking my grandfather was in his 20s at the end of this picture. As you can see, it started to tear up, and how cracked it is in the background, and all the blemishes. But this was my granddad. Okay, and now, after my restoration process, this is now the picture. This is the picture now of my granddad. So as you can see, it's cleaned up. The little rips and tears have been removed. There was some slight color to it, but that it was more of like, it seemed like that was more like a aging yellow. So they cleaned all of that up, and as you can see, the image is now, it looks new. It looks like it did. It looks like it likely did back when the picture was taken all those years ago. So this is my granddad. This was him when he was younger. So yeah, that's where this side of the family started. So, and I even did one. I even did this here to it. I added a special feature to it. So if you need, if you want a picture,
It's great.
It's great up here. Action.
I am proud of you. I love you all.
So I made him talk. So yeah, so those are the things that we can do here at the Dub House. So learning, and we're getting things pulled together. And I'm excited to bring these options to you. So like I said, pretty soon you're going to see a big push. If you have some old photos that you want to get restored, go ahead and let us know here at the Dub House, and we'll go ahead and get that started. If you need music for anything, a wedding, birthday party, anything coming up, just let us know about that too. We'll work something out for you. I'm going to go ahead and take today and start getting my sales funnels pulled together, my website for those particular items. Get those pulled together so we can go ahead and start pushing that out there. So be on the lookout for what the Dub House is doing. All right, and then it is now 7:42. We're coming up on an hour. We've been on for 53 minutes today, which is about our average time that we're usually on. But just like that, it's time for the show to end and the day to continue on. Get out there, do something positive for yourself. Take care of you. Don't forget to take care of you. We're always working. We're always doing things to take care of our jobs, our families, and stuff like that. But please don't forget to take care of you. You have to take care of you. If you are on the air, if you've ever flew on an airplane or anything like that, you'll notice that when they're talking and they're going through the emergency procedures in the event of an emergency, when they say that there's a loss of air cabin pressure and there's going to be oxygen that falls down, they always tell you, put your mask on first and then help others. You have to help yourself first. So get out there and help yourself. Take care of you. Do something for yourself that you need to do. And always remember, Uncle Trey loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Take care, everyone. I hope you have a great, wonderful day.